Hi, sorry, it's been a day already, you guys, and I got the wrong size of these. Yeah. So this one, you're only gonna see the top of my head. I don't know what to do anymore. I fail. I just can't. Life is just too difficult right now. So this is what you get. This is not working. Life is just not lifing right now for me very well. So I'm very like verklempt and all the things. So I don't know what's happening, you guys, but we'll do the best I can. We'll do the best I can. I don't know how to do it anyway. So it's just, give me a minute, okay? Just let me breathe. This morning has been like, I want to cry so bad, but my body is not allowing me to cry. And yeah, like I didn't get the right, I, I can't pay bills. I'm forgetting to pay bills. Hi Arnold. It's been a crazy. So my morning has been a little hectic, needless to say. And then Grandpa called us to duty. So I'll tell you about our day tomorrow. So just I'm going to probably go like this the whole time because it's just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll try this like this. Is this better? Mommy. I know everybody's telling me yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I gotta return that. That's not working. All right, let's try to get going on here. Let me try to find my groove today. And then I'll just tell you how the night ended up. From the night till, you guys, you can't even write this shit. You can't even make this shit up. I'm gonna tell you, it's just literally, it's been one thing after another from yesterday. So let me get started because I gotta do something. My body is just breaking and I don't know. Where's my shit? And how's all my shit's like changing? Where's like how does this okay. Just don't mind me for a second. Sorry. It's been a day. It's been a night. So, we've noticed that things were starting to change a little bit. It's not a UTI so far. They confirmed bladder infection yesterday. So, yeah. Anyway, we knew, like, he woke up and he was just so, like, just not with it, right? And so, we had breakfast. Josh came over, the kids, and it just, you could just tell he was having a hard time staying up. So we ended up just after they left, I showed I have a nurse who's on my Zoom and I was like, girl, what do you think about this? She's like, take him in. She goes, just take him in. It's not good. No blood or anything, but it was just very pussy. And so I was like, shit. All right, Dan, take him in. And then Dan's like, well, I want you to come with me. I had like a glass of wine. I was gonna pour like another half just to sit back and like relax and maybe go take a nap. I want you with me. What? Shit. I was like, really? He goes, yes, I want to be with you. Gosh darn it. Are you kidding me? Yes, let's make a day out of it. Oh, what? Yeah, a day. Anyway, so I went. He guilted me. I went. So we were there for about 5 hours, which isn't bad, I guess, considering they put us in a room, so we weren't sitting out with all the germs and shit, which is nice. And he was going crazy. Like, he finally woke up halfway through it, and he was feisty as fuck the whole time, trying to escape. He was on the idea of Canada money, and anyway, we have a whole bunch of chronicles, right? A whole bunch of chronicles to share with you over the next couple days because he started getting like funny as shit. So the doctor came finally back and said, yes, it's a bladder infection. So blah, 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 blah. Yes, he's got a Foley calf. There is a reason why he has a Foley calf, guys. He can't pee on his own, right? He's got another test on Wednesday. Most likely he will fail that. And then we have to get him to have a procedure, right? So you guys just, I know the comments today are gonna drive me insane about, why does he still have his calf in? Well, why the fuck do you think? Why the fuck do you think, right? So he needs it. He can't pee on his own. So anyway, blah, blah, blah biscuit. So he's another pee test. No, not for you, JDJ. We're trying not to have him have a Foley calf long term, right? But right now he's not peeing on his own. He's not peeing on his own, so he needs a calf. And most likely he still won't pee. So then we will have to get him a procedure, which is also a pain in the ass, right? But yes, so after 3 months of having a calf, actually, this is not bad for his first infection, right? Oh, Shannon, it's horrible. So anyway, stay tuned for the hospital chronicles, because he was a hoot. He thought at one point he was there for a STD. He's like, I don't fool around with women. Then he went from, we're in Canada, we need to eat, Danielle, you need to eat incessantly, I'm fine, Ed. He was hungry. So anyway, it's been insane. So then we get home last night. This is for all you trolls, so listen up. I finally get him to bed, wipe him down, because I was like, I hate hospitals, and it was so late that I didn't want to, put him in the shower. Plus, him with the lethargy and not strong enough when he has the bladder infection. So, anyway, so I wiped him down, right? Put him to bed, and I was like, yes. Change his clothes. Trolls, I changed his clothes. Can you believe that? And his socks. Wow. And I got him to bed, and then went to finally about 9 o'clock, lay down in bed, right? And then I was like, picked up my pillow, cat urine. A cat was pissed on her sheets. So I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I just wanted to get in bed and finally relax, right? So I have to strip the bed, wash the pillows, do all that shit. And I was like, all right, this has got to be the worst. I wanted to cry, Lily. Lyrica is making it impossible to cry. I can't cry. I'm like up to here in tears, but it won't come out. So needless to say, things just continue to get worse. Once I'm making progress on the bed and the pillows are drying, we had another shenanigans and with Mr. Ed. So it was just, the night kept just snowballing. And it was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I cannot. So by the time I got everything done and we got everything settled again, it was like 10:30. 10:30. You guys, you have no idea how this just continued to, and if I could go into detail about the third thing that happened, you guys would die. You'd be like, hell no, it's not possible. You're lying. Yeah, no, can't make this shit up. Cannot make this shit up. Yeah, and then woke up to 6 a.m. I think it's Blue Kitty. I think Blue Kitty's so pissed off at us that she peed on our pillows. I think she's really pissed off at Dan. I can't believe that. Dan was like, what the fuck? I said, yeah, I clean up piss all fucking day long. I don't leave it there to you stupid ass trolls. Oh, her house must stink. No, I'm constantly cleaning, dumbasses. Anyway. Yeah, and then this morning, I don't know what happened, but I realized I was behind on some important bills. Yeah, it just kept snowballing from there. It just snowballed. Continued to get worse. No, yeah. And I was like, what is going on? I cannot keep up with all the shenanigans. Hi, Blocks. It's been crazy. So, anyway, that was That was my last 24 hours. No, Blue Kitty doesn't have a UTI. She's pissed. Cats spray, but this was a piss. Yeah, cats, I've heard dogs do it. I never heard of cats pissing on the pillows, but she's mad, right? Getting diapers. Yeah, you know, I'm ready to put diapers on all my cats. Blue Kitty pissed in front of me this morning, upstairs. Yeah, I told Dan, I said between Blue Kitty, Bart, and Jojo. So, and it's time I get up every 45 minutes. Oh gosh. Marge, I get it. Hi Tyler, what's up, dude? How you doing? How are your battles been? You been winning? Sorry, it's been a crazy weekend with Ed and shit. And happy Father's Day. Clean your snatch. Cody, I'm tired of your shit, so I don't have any mods on, so let me hide. Can you guys report him, please? I guess the kitties have to stay in the laundry room. They're gonna get kicked out. I mean, that's the thing is, Blue Kitty goes through the pet door. Not all of them. I got Cody. Anyway. Yes, my snatch is probably stinky right now, Cody. Because I'm running. Yeah. So anyway, how are you guys? What's going on? Happy Monday. Yeah, happy Monday. Wait till you see all the hospital chronicles. Wait till you see all the Hanukkah. Somebody put this woman back to bed. Between my night, my day, Ozzy pulling on my bracelets, trying to break them off me. And then he went to my head. And then I went back. Yeah, anyway. So it's been a pain thing. So today's supposed to be a member live. Dan had to run out this morning and get Grandpa's. Dan has a busy day too. So we're both frazzled this morning. Dan couldn't walk yesterday, so he was a little frazzled himself. But yeah, it's just been crazy. So he's got an appointment at 10 with the Alzheimer's corporate association, and then he's got to do some. Mark needs help with something, so he's got to go to Mark. Thank God we have a caregiver today. Caregiver today. Ed's being feisty today, majorly feisty. So those, whatever's going on, I mean, we know, but he's like his normal self, which makes it very triggering for both of us because he is stubborn as a mule, right? My snatch, some loser guy. Yeah. It's like, yeah, your snatch probably smells. Well, I'm sure it doesn't smell great because I'm running. Anyway, so the plans for today is just to survive. At this point, I'm trying to keep my head above water today. And if I can make it through today, we got Ed taken care of. Thank God we didn't wait. We got it early, right? Because he's not sepsis, nothing like that. Anyway, I know. People actually use Snatch these days. God. So, hi. Hi, guys. Hi, Susan. I honestly think your dad's days are numbered. Who says something like that? Who says that? Who says, I think your dad's days are numbered? Who says that? Caroline, get rid of that person if you're here. Just take them off for being an idiot. Hi. Happy Monday. Happy fucking Monday. Don't start with me, bitches. Shit. Anyway. I had a EC, heart paper, transformer stones in the liver. Oh, yay, Colin. I mean, not yay for your procedure, but bruh, you know what that is. Don't have me lecture you. Don't have me lecture you on the open forum about what you need to do. You also need to drink fucking water, bruh. Don't piss me off. Too late, already pissed off. I've known you for 3 years. We've had the same conversation. Don't make me fly out there and beat your ass. All right? All right. And I can tell by my texts, you know what I mean? Bruh, don't fuck with me. I'm an angry mother when you push me to the limit. I gotta be mama bear, you know? He doesn't listen. He's very stubborn. But he's been stubborn for 3 fucking years. But that's okay. I still love him, even though he's a pain in my ass. Why are men such a pain in the ass? You know, it's like they need a mama to take care of them. They need a mama to like slap them around and keep them in shape. And then they don't listen. Then they don't listen. You have an extra bed in your villa? I'm on my way. Where's the villa, Cindy? Absolutely. I'm on my way. So I'm wearing my shirt less than tidy. If you've been here long enough, you know, less than tidy refers to Lena. Lena.
Real quick, I got only 1 minute, so let me get up and tell them what you did.
Step on behind me. Saddle up, buddy.
Well, get
Ride
off.
the dog. And I'm not getting off while I'm running.
I was going to tell them your story.
You can go on either side of me, straddle it, like this. It's not that hard. Straddle. This is the wrong size. My life is falling apart, y'all. I need help. Anybody? Are you gonna come up here?
I don't want to break it.
You're not gonna break it. Just don't spill your
I
coffee
mean, that's
on me.
like 500 pounds on here. I'm 200 and
You're
the other.
250 and I'm 250? I don't think
Well,
so.
you'd be 300. I'm 200.
I'm 147
But I will
pounds.
tell you that today I'm proud to come out and
Oh, Lord.
give kudos because she got up yesterday early in the morning to make brunch, you know, for the little kids. And then the kids came over and we got Grandpa up and we did the whole brunch thing and the kids are running around and it's exhausting. And then after they left, hours later, that's when we made the decision to go to the hospital. She accompanied me to the hospital. That was very nice of her, made my day.
I didn't want to.
From god awful to just awful. And then
That's what I do.
and then we came home. She washed him. I mean, we didn't. And then the bed. It was the longest day I think she's ever had, and she just did it and really didn't complain. Not until the very end, but it was quite impressive.
It was
and
quite
I'm
a
grateful.
spectacle.
And when it's necessary and true, I come out and absolutely, whatever
I am cool like
the
that.
monkeys think of her today. She earned it.
Hi,
She
Dustin.
earned the monkeys' respect.
Dustin, you're like up and down, bro. I can't keep up with you. No, he did. He's like, please, can you come with me? And I was like, really, bruh? He's like, really? So he wanted me. He's like, let's just come keep me company. It's so much better with both of us there. And he was really actually pleasant to be around yesterday. He's really trying. Hi, Pam. Pull the shower. Oh, no. Oh, no. Pam, I'm so sorry. I had last night was a shitstorm. In more ways than one. So, yes, I know Dan yesterday was very appreciative because he knew, I told you guys, I got up early, did my work, cleaned up, started prepping, and started relaxing, finally at 10:30, 11 o'clock with some wine. And I was like, oh, this is such a perfect day. I had my day planned out. I have my day planned out. I was like, I'm going to take a nap. I might float in the pool and finish my book. Boom. You got to care give, right? Life gets put on hold. Hi, Loretta. How are you? I know, Pam. I'm so sorry. Hi, Miami. Of course you go to your mommy. At least you have a mommy to go to. I would have loved my mom's arms. Speaking of mom, are y'all ready for this? Oh my God. So my neighbor, my chicken neighbor with the berries and the eggs and all the goodies and the flowers, hydrangeas and all that stuff. When I'm posting stuff on Patreon, you guys, if you don't have Patreon, I do like little things on Patreon, like pictures, Snapchats. I do, additional different things. Sometimes I, put old, videos that we don't use up there. There's never anything that's like the same on the socials. So if you want high deeds, so if you want extra content, Patreon, I think it's like $5 a month. I'm gonna see if I can do a podcast on there. You guys, I've been saying that, I know, but I just can't. I need life to slow a minute. I need life to slow a minute. But Patreon has podcasts, so I'm looking to probably increase the things on there maybe. So, Caroline, leave me alone. Anyway, also, Jill kept the website for merch open for today's the last day. She said orders were coming in, so she just wanted to give people the extra time. So if you didn't get merch and you wanted to, it's extended through today, and then that's it. Anyway, so I went with Dan, and it was literally just nonstop. At the end of the night, I was tired. I was tired of changing sheets. I was tired of cleaning. I just wanted to relax. I didn't get a chance. So, just craziness. Here since the start, we just sat down. Hi, Sue. Welcome back. Thanks, Sean. I could have used some of that shit last night. You know what I mean? That's okay. Will this video be on YouTube? Yes, all the videos will be on YouTube too. Except Patreon. Patreon's a different beast, you guys. Patreon is a different beast. Patreon's its own entity. Different from, what about this? So my neighbor, thank you, Squirrel. That was the reason why. I finally sat down, got Grandpa settled. It was 10:30, and she texts me because she's like, I hope this is not too late. But she's like, your pigeon was back. My pigeon was back. So her and her kids went for a bike ride yesterday in Folsom, and Mark, her husband, was working on fixing his chimneys. And the pigeon, he was telling them about a pigeon. And Kelly's like, oh my God, because they watch my videos. They never comment. They don't look at comments because it pisses them off. So they're like, just so you know, we watch. So they tell me now. But they're like, we laugh and laugh together. We watch and watch. We never we don't look at the comments because they piss us off. Because we know you know. We know how much you sacrifice for everybody and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I know, it's fine. Just fight with them if you're in the mood. So, yeah, the pigeon stayed around Mark. She's like, I think she was looking for you, but you were gone. So she hung out with Mark. Stop it right now. She's like, Danielle, maybe that is your mom. Maybe that's your mom. She knew you were having a hard day because I was telling her what happened. Isn't that crazy? So I'm going to hang out in the yard today. And she's like, she saw the video, so she knew. I don't sacrifice anything. You just want Dad's money. Cooper, that shows you how stupid you are. Stupid. If you say that, that shows you how stupid you are. Why is he still here? Caroline, did you mute the wrong person? I got rid of, I thought that was, yeah, I got rid of Cooper. So the pigeon was back. Yeah, so I don't know if he knew about it, but Kelly, the minute he told her, she was like, oh my God, that's Danielle's pigeon. Shit! Is she coming back? Mama, I'm home. Anyway, thank you for the report. Anyway, so maybe she was just hanging out, trying to figure out where everybody was. I bet it was spending time in a spray bottle with warm water. Yes, it's actually good for your hair too. Debbie, I don't have time to make my own shenanigans. You know, I can barely even keep up with my starter. I might put her in the fridge for a while. I can't, I have no time, you know, I have no time. And lately, it's just one more thing I have to do. I literally, you guys, haven't paid. Both of our life insurance policies were due in May. In May. But what? Dan's office, he told me his office insurance, he told me he paid. Well, there's like he's like, oh, I only paid $200 of it just to keep, what? You didn't, that was past due. Then you guys, I'm like, what in the world? What in the world? I just can't. I'm just failing. I ordered the wrong size mechanism up here. I mean, what the hell else can I do right? I don't know. Anyway, so asked Dan to pay it. Well, I paid it because it's past due. It was due June 2nd. He already had a grace period. So not only do I have, our house stuff, I've accumulated the office stuff. And anyway, so now I have to start working on the office. So yeah, where's my time? Nowhere. No, I'm not gonna have any. Thanks, Angel, I appreciate it. I gotta do something about that too. Like, we gotta start working on the next project. Oh my God, Calvin, I'm failing. I do have too much. I feel like I just kept saying, Dan, I'm failing. Like, I just can't, like, there's so much. I'm one person trying to keep up with so much shit, and he, for him, he's ADHD. And so just surprising, I got a violation warning for bullying and harassment on TikTok. Cindy, hey Cindy, stop and tell your peons to stop doing this bullshit. It's horrible. Don't you work? Do you need me to call your employer? I'm literally talking about my life, and you guys are reporting me. January, you here too? Leslie, Penny the chocolate lover, y'all here? Because I know it's all you guys. So hi, I hope you have a great Monday. And by the way, saying names is not doxing. They want to file lawsuits against me. Yeah, for outing them. Well, stop stalking me and bullying me and harassing me. Because let's be real, IP addresses, don't forget about those. And they can pull all that shit up and show your ugly ways. So keep it up, guys. Hope you have a good Monday. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just talking about life. And they're just, ting, 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 ting. Ting, 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 ting. Am I not friends with January anymore? Hell no, Nina. She's a liar. Yeah, I'm not friends with liars. She's like a serial liar. What's a serial liar? She plays the victim because she doesn't want the truth out there. Anyway, yeah, I know they can pull it up, Timothy. And all their handle names are turned in. And they can pull up their fake accounts by their IP addresses. So who has the time? Who has the time to mass report? Anyway, it's just weird that they sit here all day trying to take me down. No, she's not a nice person. Once I found out, and then she likes to flip the script on me, saying it's me. I lie about her. Yeah, no, she's just afraid of the truth getting out. She plays the victim. Yeah, she does. When's the last time I cheated on my husband? High school. Yeah, in high school. Anyway, so where were we before we got so rudely interrupted about the those people and they're ex-Zoomies, you know what I mean? So they're people who, you guys know, they've been a part of my life and they're all bitter because we had to kick them out, and now they banded together to try to take me down. Yeah, right. When would I have time to cheat? That's a good, right, it's a good statement. Hi friend, how are you? Anyway, sorry if I'm not, Dawn came in, I'm sorry. Hi Dawn, welcome. I'm dealing with some ugliness on this side, so I apologize. I have to have my daughter create all my shit, like my handle. I know, Deeds, me too. I didn't even know how to report. Debbie actually showed me one time how to mass report because
she was trying to take Tyler down. I think I did a couple like things and I was like, I was over that. Yes, like the January who has come to my house several times. Yeah, the last time she's just complete using. Yeah, she was trying to take she wanted followers. So she was just a complete, it turns out, yeah, we weren't really friends. I thought we were friends. But she turned on me like a sack of rocks. It was crazy. Hi, Sarah. And then plays the victim. You know, she stirs the pot, starts the fire. And then when I start talking, even with the other ones, I start talking, they start threatening me. Yeah, with lawsuits and shit like that. When they're the biggest bullies I know. And people want to be friends with that. I don't know. I have receipts. I posted some of the receipts of people talking and sending me crazy threatening messages. But yet they want to hire an attorney. And they sent him to my husband too. An attorney who, what? Like, you guys are stupid. I should name my pigeon. I'm gonna name her Janice, after my mom. Yeah, she's gonna be Jan. I don't even know if she's female. Yes, Jan, they were friends. Specifically 4 that I know of for sure, because they tattled on themselves. So 4 definitely, because they're angry. They're pissed off. They're vengeful. Yeah. Hi, MC, how are you? Ed's on the mend. He already looks beautiful, so it's already clearing up. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Hi, Goofy. How are ya? Tired. My weekend was crazy. And being a pain in the... Let me have to say, doesn't mean he doesn't feel well. No, Ed's feisty anyway. Ed's a feisty guy, but he's extra spicy and feisty. And he has moments of great clarity. So he turns into his old self, which is stubborn, feisty, and in control. Yeah. You had the best friend this morning? Oh, I love that. I'm trying. Be careful, Danielle. There are crazy people out there. It's worse than ever, Beverly. We don't need to mention why. So anyway, I'm hanging in. Sometimes it's better. You know, and it's sad that people are so angry with them. They're so angry. I mean, really, it boils down to they're angry. And they're not happy with their lives, and they're trying to protect their their reality. You know, people who create this whatever they're doing to me, it's because they don't want the truth of their reality out. So they make it seem like it's my problem, and I'm the issue. You know how that works? And really, it's them. It's them. They're moms. You know, these people are moms. One of them's not. But the fact that, you know, it's scary that we have grown-ass women who are role models for the kids. What do you think their kids are going to be like? You know, we take after our parents. We see their ugly ways, and they're going to be bullies. It's going to be sad. One of them, January's kid's like 16, 17, you know, in high school, very impressionable. Yeah, Susie, I'm trying. We love you and all you're going through. It's the same stuff with your grandma. Oh, you're welcome, Joshua. Hopefully, you know, we had the solidarity bump, you know. This is our trauma. This is our journey. This is our pain in the ass, you know. You drop what you do and you take care of the things you got to take care of. Yeah, it's too small to hate. You know, how they chase me around these apps is crazy. Because they can't. You know, if you keep coming back, it's because I live rent-free in their head. I don't watch January. I don't give a shit what she does, what she talks about. I know the only thing she talks about is me and Tyler, and occasionally Allie. Because apparently, you know, we're all, isn't it weird how 3 people who've banded together from the lies and the games had the same similar stories, but yet we're the problem. Do you see that? Always pointing the finger. It's you. It's you. People drop out of her lives so quickly. And then she friends them again, and then she cuts them off. You guys got to open up. Never takes the blame on anything. She must be perfect. I guess she must have kissed Tyler's ass. No, she's not kissing asses. She's still spreading lies about people. She's still making everybody's life miserable, even mine. You're the best, Danielle. Thank you, Pat. It's hard to screw them when they just don't leave you alone. You know what I mean? I'm trying, Pat. Thanks for bringing your life to Facebook. You're welcome, Lillian. I'm doing it for you guys. Andrew's at Shasta. Yeah. Okay. That's why you said it. Okay. I'm trying to pay attention. You brought a hummingbird feeder? Emily, we're getting tons. I want to buy 2 more. She's so pretty, only in looks, but her attitude. Alex, glad I haven't seen you in person, because I'm sure I could put you apart too. And you speak about attitude. You're coming on here bullying me. I didn't search you out. Let's really reflect on that one. Winner, chicken dinner. Yeah. I know they're coming. They're coming. She already has lost her shit because she knows. She tattled and she called Dan. She tried to call Dan. And I took care of that. Yeah. Because she tattles on me. Look, this is how disgusting she is. She's in Tyler's life. She hated him. No, I didn't hate him. I hated him for you because you told me lies about him. That's why I took your side. I think it's funny. I wasn't really going to talk about her name, but she's just still sucking me. She's like a fucking leech that you can't get off. So she's got to go crazy. Yeah, because she knows. I mean, it's funny how our stories align. It's really interesting. So yeah, we talk. We're friends. Yeah. 3 people scorned by the same woman. Crazy. Hi, Costa, I can see you, girl. No, Tracy, no more. Thank God. Anyway, so I hope you guys have a great Monday. Things are crazy here. Hopefully it will settle. Hi, Froggy. How are you today? Cockroach? Yes, there's cockroaches. Hi, Maria in Vacaville. It was a beautiful day yesterday, right? We got lucky. My niece in Tennessee, she is 6 months today. Eloise. Sweet Eloise Behar. Yeah, she's cute. She's a chunk, man. She looks like Jennifer. She blocked you, so you can't see her anymore? Yeah, because you're friends with me, Sherry. She won't allow cross-contamination because she thinks she's afraid. Which is weird because she wants me to hear what she says so I can continue talking about her. So it's really odd that she blocks people. Yeah, it's really odd. They are, Timothy. It's scary. It's scary how psychotic they are. You could, on a loop. I have to tell you, speaking of relaxing, I went up on my Lyrica last night. So I'm on 75 milligrams, so we'll see how it goes. And I was cleaning out the litter box. And I kind of, was, those sand things with the rakes that's supposed to calm you down? Well, I just found myself like in a daze, swirling the litter. And I was like, oh no. Black, white. I think that's just my brain is like so overstimulated. Oh, it's only expected to deal with my G-Wagon. Potter, that was for you. That was for you, girl. I have to wait next week. How's Ed? Cranky as fucking ever. Feisty, man. He's the old Ed right now. So, Pamela, my accent comes and goes. What's the matter with it? Why are you all worried about my accent? Speaking of, be able to pee on his own and him getting bladder infections. Yeah, Ed has a calf. That's what happens when you can't fucking pee on your own, I don't know what you guys want us to do. There's protocols you do. I really am gonna get pissed off about that shit. That's looking for her uncle? Oh my God. Anyway, so, we do what we have to do until he can do what he needs to do. You know what I mean? You guys have to just get off of your high horse and stop, like, we're trying to do it on purpose. Like, people think we want to keep his cat in for what? Because it's easier for us? No. I mean, yes, it is, but it also creates issues for us, like bladder infections and shit like that. So, Potter. Everybody stick her tongue out of Potter. She's trying to get my G-Wagon. I mean, obviously she can afford it, I can't, so first come, first serve, but that's not the problem. I saw a beautiful black one yesterday driving, and I started crying. Mommy. Grandpa's feeling fine, you guys. His pee's already cleaned up, so it was really pussy. If you ever seen pus, it's gross. It literally looked like opaque urine. You know, sometimes like you think when you don't drink enough water, oh, Tracy, girl, that just reminded me of Grandpa said this morning. Oh my God. Tracy said, for the first time, my dad hit on me. I'm so weirded out. So I forgot to tell Dan, I'm on my brain, but that just reminded me. What happened to me this morning with Ed? Okay, I'll tell you. So Dan left. He's like, can you get my dad up and do the thing and walk him? And I was like, yeah, no problem. I was not happy, but you know, it's fine. I still do it because I know I have to. It just prolongs my time getting on here and taking my time out. And so he was struggling getting up, so I had to help him. And I put the gate belt on him because, you know, I need a little bit more stability than Dan does. I mean, Dan should have the gate belt on too. That's another issue, you guys. Just let us be. You know, sometimes it's not around us. So we do what you have to do in the minute. So just chill out on the bullshit. But I put it on because, you know, he's got an infection and I don't know how stable he's going to be. So I'm getting him up and he's like, what is wrong with me? Right? And I said, dude, you're 93. That's what's wrong with you. You know, you're getting older. You have some ailments. And he's like, well, how old are you? And I said, 51. And then he said, well, how did I marry such a young woman? And I giggled. I said, Ed, we're not married. Oh, we're not? No. All right. Is it time to eat? Yes. Oh my God. So that was, you know, there's a lot of confusion right now too because of the infection. So yeah, you reminded me, Tracy, thank you. It was the same thing. Well, how did I marry such a young woman? Bruh, your money. Just kidding, there's no money. So anyway, I should have gone along with it. You know, I should have gone along with it, but I didn't. Oh, Keith Anderson says I'm a little Democrat. Oh, and you're a jerk. So, I mean, looks like I'd rather be a liberal Democrat than an idiotic bully. I mean, ooh, even if I am, you know, who cares what I am? What does that matter? Does it make you feel better to say that? Like, who cares if I'm a liberal? By the way, if you do your math and if you do your digging, you'll see that California statistically is more Republican than Democrat. So, idiot, right? Idiot. I believe that too, Sandra. I do. I believe that all women should be liberal in this time. Just my opinion, right? And it's hard for me to not see why they aren't, but that's okay. It happens. I'm a moderate too, but I'm also a woman, so that sways me to another side. Okay, do not understand. Missy, I have to release. I have so much anxiety built up from the last 24 hours that I have to let it go. This is how it helps. King's Day was a success. Good. I know they were downtown. There was also Pride. There was also a Pride parade too. So all in the same. No King protest and a Pride parade. So yeah, that was pretty cool to watch that. I'm conservative. I also love my liberal sisters, and that's okay, Carrie. That's okay. As long as you have empathy and kindness and understand where we're coming from, I get it. I do have a little judgment, but that's okay. That's on me, right? That's on me. But I'm not going to not friend you or be friends with you because we have differences of opinion. That's it. You know, I felt that the rights of myself and my girls were much more important than anything. Hi, John, how are you? I'm okay, I'm hanging in there. As always, Grandpa would say, I'm normal, you know? I'm normal. This world was built on differences, you know? But it's so ugly. Everybody wants you to pick a side. You know, everybody wants you to think one way or another. I strongly for my reproductive rights and my right to choose. So I am more of a moderate. I have voted both sides before. And, well, I stand by my choices. We can still have, and I have many friends who I don't understand because they voted one way, right? Against the, you know, but it was more important for the other things for them. I met her through your page. That's why, Angel. If you're blocked, that's funny. Angel just said she blocked her also. You met her through my page, right? And so that's what she was trying to do. You know, she was trying to continue to be friends. She got ugly in the last year of our friendship. I started noticing differences and I started feeling certain ways the last year. And she was literally, you know, here, I think, to pull people. Because, you know, we had a good time. People liked our banter. But she doesn't do that online. It's not the same thing as we had. We could have had something really cool, you know, because we did. We had a fun banter. So everybody started following her from my page over the years because she was January. She was the one who came to visit me. She didn't earn those people on her own. She took them from me. And I was glad to share them. I was glad to share you guys with them. But the fact that she's blocking you all because you have chosen the side, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. I've never done that. I will never do that. The only way I block you is if you're an asshole, you're disrespectful, and you're mean, period. I believe women should unite to love dogs. Oh, gosh. So, happy birthday to your niece, Amy. Is Amy here? Is Ames here? I didn't see her. Who have you missed lives lately? Oh, Sandra, we missed you. That's okay. You should still come here and watch us. Guaranteed you're gonna laugh at some moment. So anyway. So the week is pretty open for me. I just gotta start calling people and trying to figure out how to clean this office out. And I don't know how I'm gonna add that to my list of things to do. So should you switch to walking? Sandra, Lyrica has made me run. I've been running 4 to 5 miles. I can't stop. My legs are starting to feel tired, so. My niece's 10th birthday. Oh yes, you did. You told me that, I forgot. Father's Day at my, yes. Oh, that was so fun. I love being around my family. My family is so amazing. They boost me up. Dilly Pop was so cute yesterday, you guys. Yes, we are weak, Guaps. That's the problem, is we are weak. We look like we're a laughing stock right now. I believe that. Thank you, Sandra. Miss Quetta. Hi, Jesse. Oh no. The bowel obstruction shit. Yes, literally shit. I'm sorry about that. I know people who deal with that. What did Dan get for Father's Day? We don't really exchange gifts on Father's Day. Hannah's not home. Andrew left to Shasta. You know, Dan's not much of a gift person. Like, you know, it's not a big deal for him. He doesn't really care. So my time was with him yesterday. I spent my time with him yesterday at the hospital. That's what he wanted me to do. So that's what I did. What do I do with this new phase with your dad? Tracy, hang tight. Hang tight. You know, you can also sometimes, depending on him and how sometimes I go along with that, right? In certain phases, you have to be reality oriented. Dad, it's Tracy, I'm your daughter, and if he fights with you, it's just not worth it. Go along with it. I do that. Sometimes when I'm just done talking, his resetting yesterday in the hospital was every 30 seconds. Every 30 seconds. So finally, you just kind of, yeah, yeah, you just don't correct anymore because you're so exhausted from the repetition. So the only thing I can do is you're gonna have to keep playing around because this new phase might not last long and then it may come back. I don't like when people yell at me either. Cerebral bowel obstructions, yes, those seem horrible. I was worried that I was getting constipated from Lyrica. I think that's a side effect. My pooping has been off. And I ate Chipotle on the way home, my first meal, and I literally cleansed me out, so I feel better. Thank you, Chipotle. But it was really hard to deal with my bowels when I'm dealing with 50 other things. It was difficult. Dan, I need you now. And then running, yeah, because it makes life hard when you got the runs, The weather was too bad for kayaking. Good. You didn't get any PTSD? That's good. That's important. I just ran 4 miles. I thought it was going to be more. Ooh, that felt weird. Do I still have that yellow cat? I don't know what yellow cat you're talking about, but I do have still all my cats. See, Dan's out for the new beds. Said Grandpa was not going to be in hospital bed anymore. You will need a night person again. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to get a night person. We have solutions. We have solutions. It's fine. I like my people during the day when I can actually use them. Are you still friends with January? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. You know what I have done a lot from Father's Day. What did you do, Timothy? Did you enjoy your day? Sure, Mom. Yeah. And I finally just said that with Grandpa last night. Sure, we'll do that, Ed. He wanted his clothes because he wanted to get the fuck out of Dodge. And he kept taking off his blanket and his, Willis and Doodleberries is out for full display. And so we were like, Dad, Dan was like, Pop, you gotta keep your shit. I know, I need my pants. Just spread eagle, all the shit flailing around. So we had to do that for about an hour. Yeah, waiting for his pills and discharge. So it's fun. So yeah, no, we are gonna probably use the other bed. We have straps, Hi, Peppy. Yes. Of course, my pooping schedule is completely off. Thank you, Lyrica. But I'll take all the positives from it. But, Dan was trying to take a breather last night outside, and I was just kind of finishing up, cleaning him up from dinner and all that stuff. And it was late because we didn't get home till 8 o'clock. So, he's kind of off. We're all off. And then my stomach decided it wanted to evacuate all the contents that I just ate. So, yeah, he's looking at me. I'm like, no, he's like, what's going on? Diarrhea? What? Yeah. Can you just get here? Because I got to go. I'm clenching, but I feel it. So I'm just curious. Just a question. Julie, what did you ask? I'm sorry, I didn't miss. Why do you have tear sheet? Because I started a project and didn't finish it. These are a lot of things that people send us, and I just can't possibly wear everything. And some of the things that I thought would be fun to hang on the wall as decoration. But I didn't have a staple gun, and I was getting tired to doing it by myself, so I stopped. And here it is, project unfinished. I got to get to that too. I've been needing to get to that. And well, you can see where my life is, and I don't have time. Does Lyrica cause weight gain? I have fibro and gabapentin, made me huge. I don't know, Angel. Everybody's different. Lyrica is making me not hungry. Lyrica is taking away my hunger. Literally at night, sometimes I force myself to eat because the hunger pains have gone away. So I get really hungry and then my body's like, well, hold on one more second, I gotta finish something. And then you forget about eating. And in that moment, you're hungry, and then your brain goes and does something else and it's not thinking about food. So it's crazy because, Kim. I just saw Kim's name change. Oh shit. But remember, that was a good one, Kim. I don't need that. I have no appetite now. Yeah, but everybody's different. I mean, Angel, just because it's affected me one way doesn't mean it's going to affect you the same way. You have to remember that. Everybody's different. I had a friend on here, Shauna, on YouTube, and she said the same thing. She goes, I lost 20 pounds in the first month, and then it plateaus, right? Because your body's just adjusting to it. So I have lost weight in the last, 11 to 12 days because I'm an eater. I'm a wine drinker, so it's a lot of things that just change. I mean, everything's changed a little bit. Wine tastes horrible. I mean, I open up bottles because Jennifer and Roxanne were here yesterday, and they didn't want it because Rocky had to go home and prep for her dad coming over. So no, yeah, Julie, it's just like Save the Turtles is a funny shirt somebody made us when we were saving the turtle. It was just if you were here long enough, you would remember that. People just sent me like bar shirts and all this stuff. Anyway, I know, it makes me giggle. I just saw that. You lost 30 pounds on Ozempic. Yeah, I'm not on any GLP-1s or anything like that. It's just my, my regular medication for fibromyalgia. So, yeah, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And I don't mind. I needed to get a couple of extra pounds off anyway, because Perry was kind of confused with what she wanted to keep holding on to. So this is actually, she's like, oh, you're good at one meal a day. Thanks. Figuring that out now. So someone sent me a friend request saying it was you. I said, nah, nope. Yeah, don't answer to the people who are sending friend requests. Please don't. And also, if you get any request messages, DMs from any of the other side, ignore those unless you want to jump into that game. If you want to jump into that game, that's on you. I don't care. You'll figure it out soon enough. Smart people always do. You know what I mean? Me too. I weighed 275 down to 245. Yeah, that's good. 275 is probably heavy, right, for you? Stick some other thing at OG Kim. I like Stewie better. Keep Stewie. It makes me giggle. You eat a lot of rice? I love rice. Timothy, it's the weirdest thing. You know what I've been craving is salmon. Why do I want fish? What does that mean? Smart people do figure it out. Stupid people stay. Sorry, not sorry. One bacon cheeseburger from a heart attack. I get it. Dan had a heart attack in 2019. Yeah. Thanks, Denise. But I never used to like salmon. Only like small, like in my sushi. Yes. Well, Sandra, it's, you guys, I can't tell you. My brain, before this Lyrica, I was very hyper-focused on food. I became hyper-focused on food when I became anorexic. And so it makes you totally, like hyper-focused. And still at 51, I was still hyper-focused. Now I'm not. Well, yeah. I mean, isn't that weird, though? Like salmon and rice. But tuna kind of sounds gross to me. Isn't that weird? Tuna just does not sound good. Like tuna fish, I love tuna fish. Omegas. I take omegas. I hated salmon. You guys, you don't understand. But now I want salmon and rice with asparagus. That's what I had on Friday night. We got a couple of appetizers. Elvie, I'm telling you, it's like really, I think, I was teetering on like 153, 154 before Lyrica. And now I'm like, I weighed myself the other day just because I was curious, like this weight loss, my clothes feel better, so I was like, where am I? And I was about 147, 147 in the morning with clothes on, not shoes, but like normally I strip, but I didn't. So I was like 147, I think, almost 147. I was like 146 point something. So I've lost definitely almost 10 pounds coming up. So I mean, and it's not the right thing to do, but it feels so much better on my body. How tall am I? 5'7" and some change, yeah. So everybody's different, and not to say that I won't gain it later, but I think, the combination of perimenopause, Lexapro, and perimenopause, and then perimenopause, my body just like blew up. I gained 10 pounds probably in the last 10 years. No. I gained 10 pounds in the last year. I think last year at this time, maybe a little bit longer, but yeah, I was too skinny before. Like 141 was too much. I think that was almost 2 years ago. If I'm going to be trolled, fish oil. I take fish pills. Yeah, I do. I'm not 6 feet. No, I have an autoimmune disease and I give seafood all the time, but tuna made me nauseous now and I love it. Yes. Oh my God. Denise, me too. Like, Dan, do you want a tuna sandwich? I'm like, bleh, bleh. No. No. But I want salmon. So, Lord help me, I don't know. Certain things that used to taste good don't taste good anymore, like wine. Did I mention wine? But I still drank it yesterday. After the first couple sips, my tongue kind of adjusts to it. I never had to adjust to it before, but I'm not a quitter. That is under for your, don't disappear, please. A good weight for me is 145. I really like, if I could do it, I would really like 140. 140 would be like hot diggity damn, you know? I don't think I can get like that, but 145 is comfortable for me, 145. In the last 6 years, I'm part of the Chub Chub Club. The same thing, just entered menopause and the weight gain. It's horrible, blessed girl. And so you have to try to figure it out. I started figuring out before, here's the thing. You have to kind of play with your body. You know, you have to adjust your food intake and you have to like see what works. And then all of a sudden, you might do something for a couple weeks and notice something. And then, you keep doing those things. And then all of a sudden I started figuring out what was working for me. And then I started taking Lyrica. So I had already started defluffing before Lyrica. So I was really like focused on my food and stuff like that. So just remember, it just wasn't the first, it's not just Lyrica. I did start several weeks before that, really starting to defluff, and I was. So Lyrica just continued the process. Thank you, Lyrica. Lyrica is really, except I can't cry. I can't cry. I can't cry. So yeah, in perimenopause, you have to adjust. You have to figure out what works for your body. I've always done that. I've always changed up my eating. Thanks, Gigi. I'm at 93 pounds. Well, good. You need some beef on you, girl. I'm chocolate diet. It's weird. I do crave, Lexapro stops you from crying. I could cry on Lexapro. I can't cry on this Lyrica. Like Dan, we've had some discussions and normally I'm crying by then. And he's like, don't get emotional. I was like, who's getting emotional? He's like, oh, I thought you were. He goes, but yeah, good job. I just can't handle the emotion right now. I was like, no, bro, I'm fine. My voice kind of cracked and he was like, oh, here we go. And normally I can't have like serious talk conversations without getting emotional. And I didn't. He was like looking at me. It was kind of odd. I'm like, yeah, Lyrica's not making me emotional. I mean, I feel it and it's like, it wants to come out, but it won't let me come out. It won't let me come out. On a Zephyr Far best. Oh, so you're on I forgot you were. Yeah, I used to cry every day. Blessed girl. I used to have at least a tear or two. Yeah, no. It's like, girl, you ain't crying. You good. You got this. Tony needs Lyrica. Yeah. I can't cry. I could cry on Lyrica, but not on Cymbalta. See, everybody's different. Everybody's different. I can't cry. And I want to cry, but I can't cry. And it kind of pisses me off. I told you I feel like I did last night slick. So I have 5 days on this. And if I feel great, I still have a little bit. I'm just kind of curious to see, so I'll do this. It's making me hurt, like I get the dry mouth. So far, here are my things. I can get a little bit dizzy if I move quickly. That's why my hat's back, but I'll put this on for a minute. My transition without my glasses is a little horrible. So if I move really quick, I've noticed whoa, and people have said that. I've noticed that my pooping is kind of weird. Thank you, Chipotle, for clearing me out. Hi, Pat, from Ireland. Let's see, but nothing other than that. I mean, just like my hunger, just, I don't want to. Bye, Tracy. Hang tough, girl. You got this. Every meta regimen is different for men, for everyone. Yeah. So you will be in the sun on Lyrica. You will not want to be in the sun on Lyrica. It's impossible for me to not be in the sun. So yeah, it's fine though. I can't cry because of my antidepressants. Yeah, I can. Hi, Golden Rose. How are you? Hat. 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 Jeez, this guy. This guy. Walking away. With no hat on. You know what I mean? I forgot. Hi, Amanda. He's great. Feisty. You want to come over and play? If your body needed food, it will tell you. If you're not hungry, you're fine. My body does. I mean, it literally growls. But then I'm like, I think I do. I've been drinking more water. After about 6 weeks, your body should adjust and the side effects should subside. Oh, good. Thanks, Steph. Thanks, Steph. I don't want to be hungry though. I like not being hungry. It's kind of empowering, which is scary. It's scary for me. It's really scary for me. I bet, Sandra, but you're doing it for long terms. I mean, that's like 6 to 8 hour days, right? I switched to chronicles or not nature, but I think it's good. Oh, good, Kim. Stewie. Shit. You too, Gigi. I don't know. I'm sure it's good. So this is a really tricky thing for me. Just my vulnerability. I'm gonna give it to you right now. It's 2 spicy gummies. You did. I'm afraid of the gummies now. I am. 7 years. Great. Good. I'm glad. I have to. Yeah. I got it. So the kittens they're insect in the middle of the night. They drive me nuts. But I'm gonna tell you something. This eating thing kind of gets me in a weird funk because I was anorexic, right? So. It's scary because I just said something that is a trigger, right? What did I say? Anybody catch it? I like not eating. I like having that control. That's bad for an anorexic. Yeah, because once you're anorexic, you're always an anorexic. So I have to be really careful. It's a fine line. It's a fine line. So it's easy to get in that. I couldn't get in that focus. I mean, I couldn't not eat before. And now that I can not eat, it's kind of empowering. It gets me excited. It's something you can control, which is not good for a past anorexic. So I'm sharing this with you because for anybody else who's ever been here with me and on that journey of anorexia, you have to be really careful, okay? And so, yeah, it's kind of cool. And I haven't felt this, somebody said empowering. It's kind of like being empowered. And I don't know if any of you feel like that on Ozempic. It's kind of fucks with your head a little bit because your mind is a very powerful thing. And I said that, and I caught myself saying that. And every day I want to step on that scale. Every day I want to step on that scale. And I don't, because I know that would lead to a bad thing. But I'm still enjoying the not eating, and that is scary. I'm afraid to buy it and then waste it. So here's what I think about it. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to come over for brunch. I don't want to eat. That's not good. I wasn't hungry though. Rocky's like, Danielle, eat. I'm like, I'm really not hungry. I'm going to have a glass of wine. And I was great. I was playing with the kids. I was having fun. I started feeling good, well, you felt that way on Ozempic, but you've never been anorexic. And that's what's scary for the anorexic, the past anorexic, because that just shows you, it's control. I don't have control of my life right now, right? My life is spiraling in every bit of direction. And the fact that I can control something makes me feel great. I know, Pam. I know. But I'm aware of it, right? And that's the thing. I don't want to get in that habit. I just I was scared for 2 days. I was battling with myself, right? I was battling, and that's my personality, right? I like to control the situations, and when I feel like I'm losing control, it makes me overwhelmed and out of place, right? And so I think it's really important, Pappy, right? I'm not afraid to own my shit. It's really hard for me to admit that. But I said it, and then I was like, oh yeah, here it is. I'm gonna tell you, You know, this is the truth. I fought with myself for 2 days for stepping on the scale. And then I said, no, I'm just curious. I'm using it as a vantage point. Every day I'm like, oh, I should go weigh myself. It's upstairs because Andrew weighs himself. Because I don't have an appetite. I know, Casey, it's scaring me. And I was like, yeah, this is great. Yesterday in the hospital, I was like, okay, it's 5, I'm hungry. And then all of a sudden, 10 minutes later, I was like, okay, I can do without food. Protein, salmon, yeah. Denise Pops is great. It looks so gorgeous now. Oh, thank you, Raspberry Pi. I appreciate that. So I'm fighting a lot of demons right now, you know? I'm fighting a lot of demons. I feel out of control. I feel spiraling. I'm spiraling. Everything is, I feel circling around me, and I'm trying to make it stop. So the control thing makes me a little bit more balanced, if that makes sense to any of you. Hi, Len. I've been feeling like I'm on my own ugly body, but someone else has been pulling me. It happens too, blessed girl. That happens too. I was up in Adam's room, it glares at me. I know, it's hard, right? Because you want to. So a heart attack, it was the damage she'd done in the past. I know, Katina, I've been there. I've been there. I mean, I was close to being hospitalized when I was 14 for anorexia. One of my good friends has a friend's daughter who's doing it right now in treatment. And she'd been in treatment for like 6 months and it's not really working. And so they're going somewhere else. So it's crazy. I'm attracting bees. And then you know what I forgot? Anyway, so I'll keep you posted on how that goes. It's part of the Lyrica. It's part of the side effect. Why don't I want to be thinner? Please get a job. It will help. Entertainer Jay, you have no fucking clue how stupid that is. Anyway, what do you think? Immigration raids. I think it is. I can't talk about that. I think it's stupid. My opinion is this: if they're not criminals, leave them alone. Period. Period. Focus on what needs to be done to help protect, but don't take them away if they've already been here. I'm very empathetic. I need to get off here is what I need to do. I'm very empathetic and I have a heart. And I believe that this is crazy. I believe we need to do more and fix other things. And this is not what we need to fix right now. Sorry. This is just not what we need. Who drank with it and used to go nuts. Be careful. Denise, I don't drink really much with it. I have a glass, maybe a glass and a half of something, because my body shuts down. My body's like, okay, that's enough. So Lyrica helps me. Yeah, I'm an empath. I'm an empath. And if nobody's causing trouble, why? Why? Doesn't make sense. Leave them fuck alone. They've been here for how many years? Now you want to do that? And if you want to do that to everybody, then you better look in your own home. You better look in your own home and deport your wives and your family members who are actually not citizens of the United States. Period. Okay, Christine, thank you. Let me find him. You guys gotta write in caps. Okay, here's this guy. Did you guys report him? I just deleted him. You know what I forgot to do yesterday? And call me whatever you want, my religion. Call me whatever you want, my politics side. But I believe humanity should prevail. Humanity. As a binge eater, and to not feel hungry is empowering. I know. You have a pep in your step, I bet. A little pep. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's a, you know, and that's why I brought it up, because I was wondering if I was feeling that way and if everybody else on Ozempic feels that way. It's like you finally have control, right? You finally have this mechanism that says switch on and off, like you're done, you know? So the Lyrica, it does, right? And intensive, oh, sorry, Facebook. Hi. Sorry. I left you over here. Oh, shit. Poor Facebook was like, what about us? I need to change this. I can't throw away this shit. I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to try it. Stay on tight, Facebook. Okay. All right. It works better up here, right? Because it's, anyway. Barbie's leaving. Bye, Barbs. Sorry, Chantal. just a woman trying to make everything happy and everybody proud. Where are my cards? I forgot to do cards yesterday. After all that, all the cards I forgot to do. Now I'm gonna have to let, when Miss Mary comes, I think she's here. When she starts walking up, I'll have to let her in because the dogs, they're crazy. And sorry, I had such a late day. There you are. I know, sorry, I left you behind. Never, sorry, this is really crazy me. I know, I'm trying to fire your producer. Okay, stupid ass. Okay, let's see. Yeah, sleep is wonderful when it happens. Never feel bad about missing anything. This is funny. This is funny. This is funny. Focus on the positive, you silly little bitch. That's true. Focus on the positive. Everybody needs to hear this. And man, you can be a bitch too. Focus on the positive, you silly little bee. You know, it can exhaust you. It is, because Loretta, I try to make everybody happy. Hi, Salsa Rod in Lodi. Holy moly, guacamole. I haven't seen you on here in a while. Yeah, so that, if you don't, you know, yes, I mean, it's hard. Now, nobody's perfect, right? We all know. It's hard to sometimes when you feel like you're spiraling, it's hard to focus on the positive. It is. It's hard. It's hard for me. You know what I mean? So it's whatever. I try. And then I laugh, and then I start coming out of it, and I feel a little bit better, right? You do amazing. I'm trying, and there's 3 devices now. I've added Facebook. Facebook is like, they got a little taste of it, and they're like, please, 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 put us back. We want to see you. I hope everyone's gonna be. Oh, you're welcome, Silver Rose. You too. Have a good day. I really need to. I look like Big Bird. I kind of do. Oh, Sandra, salmon and wine. You go, girl. I will. I want salmon right now. Rice. You got to add the rice with it. I appreciate it, Sandra. How many miles today? I did 5. Over 5. I ran 4 and walked over a mile. This is not good for me. This is also not good for me. Since we're on the the topic of vulnerability, being able to run like this is not good for me either. It fucks with my brain. You can go crazy trying to make everyone happy. Yes, I know. Yes, Grandpa's home. You guys, he just had a bladder infection. They did ask if we were capable of taking care of him at home, which is really weird. So hold on. I know, because I'm out working in the yard. Hold on, how do I pause this? Mary, let me help you in. Those crazy ass dogs. So we took Grandpa to the ER yesterday. He had a bladder infection. So if he seems a little, he's been feisty as hell. So yeah, so just beware.
Oh, okay.
But you should do it.
Okay. Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah, use that bag. Throw it at him. Yeah, move. Thanks. It makes me scared because, I don't want her to get trampled. Oh, it stops. That's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, so I'm outside. And so when I'm working, I take off my shirt, and then I get hot, and then I jump in the pool and do some laps, because it's really good. But so running this far is also an addiction for me, right? It does something in my brain that gives it a chemical reaction that makes me feel very accomplished and very empowered as well. But it goes along with the eating. Okay? So you have to understand that this could be very concerning. This could be trouble for me. So being aware of it and talking to you guys puts me out there in that vulnerability and just makes it hold myself accountable, right? Hot damn. Texas? Is it hot in Texas? It is. It's always bigger and hotter, right? So awareness is the key, Pappy, 100%. And I think that's why it's important for me to also discuss those things, because it could help somebody else out, and it can make people more aware of their own self. So I'm traveling on a very tricky road right now. Lyrica is making me feel magical. It's making me feel empowered, and it's making me feel controlled. And it's kind of scary because I can't cry. It's weird, but I love the effects. I mean, it's like euphoric in a way. Why did they ask you if you were able to care for Ed yesterday? I think because he's dementia, he's 93 and he has an infection. They just wanted to make sure we were available to be able to assist and care for him at home. Which is nice, but yes, we do this all the time. So I think they would allowed him to stay overnight. You know what I mean? If we said, no, we can't handle it right now. Can you make sure, monitor him for 24 hours? It was weird. I'm like, do they normally do that? Like, yes, we can care for him at home. Like, it was really weird. So anyway, it's a common question. I think it's really important, especially with him, dementia patients, because they get, I mean, everybody gets a little, hallucinations and shit like that. So it could be harder for someone. He is. I mean, his pee with just one. You like my outfit today? The yellow is bringing out my color or something. Hi, Jaron. He's good. Who's accountable? I've always tried to ride my own. It's important. It's important. It's important to be accountable. Accountability doesn't always, refer to if you make a mistake, admit it or whatever. It is what it is. Emotions are going to get the best of us. But we can just try to be better with the emotional outbursts, right? But the accountability comes from deeper within. If you fuck up a friendship, if you, have these inner demons that you're fighting against every day. I fight against inner demons every day. I fight against now the anorexia. It's always there, right? It stays just like an alcoholic. Anybody who's been sober for so many years, they're still resisting that urge every day to not do it. And it's the same reaction even to an anorexic who feels that control and feels empowered. Being able to run and being not hungry is great, right? It makes me feel great. It makes me feel like I have the power, He-Man, She-Woman, whatever it is. And it's also very mind-altering for me because it's very sketchy. I'm on this one-lane highway going 90 miles per hour, and I'm trying to, slow it down a little bit. But this medication is making it very, very blurry. Right, the lines are very blurred, and because you got the good cop, bad cop going, oh, this is great, you're high, this is a wonderful thing, you feel really good, and the other cop is saying, now, honey, you got to be prepared, you got to be prepared. So I have to be conscious. Have I noticed a big difference in my body since? Yes, my bladder. The biggest difference I've noticed is my bladder. Less leakage. Yeah. So I can stay away from those Depends. The cute little ones in the CVS that I was showing y'all. And then people were coming out, right? People were coming after me like, oh my God, you're making fun of incontinence. Bitch, I am not. I'm incontinent, right? I'm not making fun of it. I'm having fun with it, right? At 16, would we ever think we were going to be in diapers again? No. And so I'm trying to prevent not being back in them. So I'm trying to do it. Nobody can have fun these days. Why can't I have fun? And many women were like, oh my God, well, me, I'm there, I use them, and when I fly, and somebody said I use the cute little black ones, I'm like, that would have been my choice. Fun. It's all fun. If you can't make fun of yourself, right, and your ailments and your impending doom of, being old and incontinent more than you are now, then what the fuck fun is life if you can't have fun with it? Period. The eating disorder alerts. I am a long-time sufferer as well. So and if you can't talk about it, and I mean, that's what I said. I'm trying to, I put my shit out there hi Bob. I put my shit out there because I know if I can help one person recognize something about their long-time suffering with anorexia or bulimia. I tried to be bulimic. Eloise, it didn't work. I remembered fighting with myself, trying to get myself to throw up many times, and my body just wouldn't do it. So, I realized years ago I'd never get an invitation to Last Supper. Oh, well, who cares? YOLO. Yeah, I'm not even, if there's a heaven and hell, I think I'm going straight down, but give me a first-class ticket because I'm going to have fun. So I know, well, you have to make fun of your ailments because if you sit there and you ponder about all the shit that you're feeling, C Nugget has hammer toes. She's got hammer time, she's going to have an operation soon to fix them. Those shit, we make fun of her all the time. I want to be able to make fun of my friends and not have people all of a sudden turn on me and be like, oh my God, you hurt my feelings, That's how we cope with reality. We make fun of our ailments. Hers is Bob Saget. She has seizures, so she's Bob Saget, we have fun with it because it's stressful. Her life is stressful, right? She's got ailments. Boy, does she have ailments. And if you can't have fun with her and make her laugh, then what's the purpose of living? 77? Oh my God. Loretta, I never got down. I was like 106. And at that time I was 5'8". So that was a lot. I have 2 balls, but I look like 1 sack. You know, didn't we talk about that, Drake? Are you sure? Can you send me a picture? It's fun about the chat, you know. How are you? I sent you a PM about your pink cap on my I love coming. That's a Georgia hat. Just by the way, people are like, "Oh my God, your hat's so disgusting," you know. And I was like, "By the way, it's a town in Georgia." My friend sent it to me. If that's the one you're talking about, you could probably get it online. It's all these, you know, all these states that have these fun towns. Yeah, it's fun. So look it up. You probably get it on Amazon. Just look up I love coming, and it says Georgia in parentheses, just like I love intercourse. You know, so people are sending me all the fun hats now. Blue Ball, Pennsylvania. What was my other one? I think I just have I love intercourse. And man, it just puts people in the tizzy. But why not have fun? They're towns, motherfuckers. And that's what I get back to them. I'm like, dumbass, if you look close enough, it's a town in Pennsylvania. It's a town in Georgia. You know, and then other people have fun with it. They're like, me too. And I'm like, what are they talking about? And it's like, oh yeah. And I like the other one, blow me for good luck. And it's dice. That's my also really favorite one. And that just says, it's fun. Why can't you have fun? And now this is becoming my staple, right? The fun hats, right? You'll be able to, I'm sure you could. Yeah, I have a home in Licking. I mean, come on. What were people thinking? There's a Licking, Missouri. What the fuck? I mean, come on. How do you not do that shit? Some sexy I want some sexy time pictures. I want Drake's 1 ball sack with 2 balls. Yeah. And I need your Sally. I need to meet Sally one day too. You too, Mesh. Yeah, we did. We talked about Drake's and his 1 sack. You don't have the line dividing the ball sack. You don't have the stitching to separate them. Because it looks like a stitching that separates the balls. Are you saying no, Drake? You're missing the stitching? Doesn't every foul mouth not cute? Yeah, well, your bullying is not cute either, Steve Torres. Yeah, when you come on and you bully somebody and being a big tough guy, that's not cute either. You know, you can easily miss me and scroll to the next person. Are you missing this? Are you missing your stitching? It doesn't make sense. I need to see a picture because that's the only way I can make sense of it. I need Sally's picture and I need your picture. It doesn't make sense when you say that. 1 sack, 2 balls. It doesn't make sense. Hi, Teresa. How are you? I love the cap. Thank you. But look it up. Put in, I'm sure in the UK you might be able, Amazon, I mean, if the Amazon, you could probably just put it on there. I love coming, Georgia, and see what comes up. I'm on a vibration plate. There's a great book out there. Yes! And while you're on Amazon, there's a great book that I didn't write, but my friend wrote it for me. And there's workbooks that go along with it to help you reflect on your own behavior. Okay, so when you do that, you need to also look at Danielle Salinger's books and just, you know, even if you don't buy it, just go down and leave a note because you love me, because all the trolls are going on poor Christie's reviews because she wrote the book and they are bitching at me about me. I would never buy the book. I mean, it's not a purchaser. I would never buy the book because she's foul-mouthed and you should see her on her morning lives, always putting down her husband and always being vulgar. Don't buy the book. Well, there's no vulgarity in the book, right? Obviously, if I'm writing a book, it's not going to be vulgar and it's not going to be cussing. So get over yourself, you ignoramuses. Hi, my friend. Marty, how are you? Oh, you did? Oh, Teresa. I love that. So, you know, when you get up to my caliber of adoptions and Marty, how do you deal with the peeing? Do you deal with the peeing? I'm struggling. We got home from the hospital last night with Ed, got into bed, finally trying to relax. And, I smelled pee. So one of the cats sat right in between in the middle, pissed on our sheets. So I don't know. I am a cool aunt, by the way. I'm going to be that aunt that I'll be with my cane and my little scooter, and I'll be taking my nephews and nieces out on the town. Vroom, vroom, hop on, auntie's got you know. High school diploma, but it's okay, Drake. I have both. I'm happy that I have both. I gotta remember to have you notice it was helping my bladder.
My incontinence, Dawn. My incontinence. That's the worst. My cat did that when he was stressed. Peppermint oil. Oh. Where do you put it? Tell me. He's the cat whisperer. So I need to see, what do I do with the peppermint oil? I put it on things, or do I put it around things? So do I like do a circumference around my bed? What do I do with it? And where do I get it? Hi, Foops. Are you driving to the trucks, the cows today? Spray it in the area. So you put it, okay, you need to be more specific than that. So you put it in a spray bottle, peppermint oil and water, and then you just spray it around. Like, help me. I need to put it around, put it under your nose. Dan, that's not helpful. Can I put it around Dan? Can I put it around my Dan? I can't believe Jade said Proud Town, Pound Town, and was nothing wrong. What? With a high school diploma. That's an achievement. Yes, Jade, you achieved high school. No, I'm in love with him. I lost my two fur baby. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, Carla, I'm so happy, and I'm sorry about your mommy. I know mine has been gone 19 years, and I miss her more every day. Oh, yay, Susan! I'm happy. That's good. Let me drink, because I feel like I just smoked a gaggle of, Everybody's noticing my candy baking aisle. No, just peppermint oil, the kind you make rock candy with. Just spray it around the area. Oh, shit. All right. Just all areas that they pee on. They pee on my whole house. So I need to go in perimeter, the main areas that they pee on. Okay, so if any of you have a cat that you have problems with, I'm going to spray Dan too. Okay. Does it work on humans? Have you sprayed Iris with it? Or have you sprayed yourself with, to protect yourself from Iris when you're tired and your pee needs a break? Just asking for a friend, because I may use that. So peppermint oil, the kind you make rock candy with, okay? Iris sprayed you. It works on humans, y'all. So now we have the magical thing, okay? You need to spray the other person who's marking, because if they want the shebang bang, I would say they're the markers. So you spray a little bit around their feet. I wonder if that would help with Dan's shoes. You're right, oil and water don't mix. I know, I'm smart. I would figure it out after I did it. But hey, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. I'm supposed to be doing arms. I'm on my floor with it to keep the ants away. That's a good. That's not. Do you get the regular cooking peppermint, or do you get the regular peppermint? 213, something like that. Yeah, it sucks, right? Guax, were you close with your mommy? It will knock the smell out too. Perfect. Dan's smell? Oh, you mean his feet smell. Got it. Hi, Judy. How was Father's Day? Well, Father's Day started off great, and then we ended the day in the ER. Yeah. No, baking soda doesn't do anything, Dan. Dan's stank is like, no, it doesn't help. I've tried. I've dumped the whole box in there. It still doesn't work. Dan's shoes deserve trio. Dan's shoes need something. I don't know what we need to dip them in, like a waxing agent and for a barrier that will keep the smell within. Anyway, the kind I know. Okay, y'all, Marty's yelling at me now, and he's trying to tell me that cooking peppermint is stronger than the peppermint oil peppermint. Okay, I don't need him yelling at me anymore. So oil that you cook with is stronger than the oil that you would buy on Amazon. So get yourself some. I'm going to this store. He wears socks. He's still nasty. I don't know. You had to go? Yes, we had to go to the emergency room. Ed had a bladder infection. Yeah. No, he doesn't. He's got the smoothest feet ever. It's the sugar. Oh, P.S. I knew that was you. P.S. says it's Dan's sugar intake. And menthol. Peppermint and menthol. Cats go crazy for it. Bitter apple after you use an enzyme cleaner. You guys, I've used enzyme cleaners. They don't work. It's much easier for me too, Marty. I appreciate it. Because my eyes don't look well. Sincerely. Thank you, Sergey. Tell her and the hydrogen and the hydrogenated oils. I'm surprised she didn't say that. It's probably diet related. P.S. What do you want me to do about it? It will leave an oil stain, but it does work. Who cares? You're blind as three bats? Well, I'm not blind. I'm blind as one bat, Marty. I still have some catching up to do. How you want my big sexy pic? I want you to send it to me in like a, like a Nick Bosa, so we can decorate with. And I need Drake's ball sack in also in 3D, so we can show you what a conjoined ball sack looks like. Did you introduce? Yes, we introduced two kitties. Not on purpose, but Andrew brought them home. You know what I mean? Shit. I'm fucked. They're going crazy too. It's like one occasionally you do a little bit here, a little bit here, and now they're just peeing everywhere. Yeah. My pet peed on my Amazon. My pet peed on Amazon is the best enzyme. I'm not buying any more enzyme sprays. I'm telling you right now. I'm not buying. If you can hear me, my tongue is sticking to the roof of my mouth. But what I'm trying to tell you is I have foam in the back of my throat too from this. What is this? Anyway, oh no, Marty. Coco gets whacked all the time. She gets her nose, and you see little trails. What was I saying? I'm not buying any enzymes. I have bought, somebody sent me enzyme sprays too, and I was supposed to do an ad for her, and I feel bad because life has just lifed. And then Ed broke his hip, and then I just have forgotten about it. I bought that orange shit enzyme. Everybody says I bought something else my friend told me to buy. It's nothing, and nothing's working. The enzymes don't work, so I'm down for the peppermint or the menthol. Do we have ammonia? Shit. I have 4 litter boxes in my house. 4. 4. 4. 4. It's 4. So, yeah, don't tell me I have enough. And I clean them multiple times a day. So, there's no issues with that. Hi, Michael. And just in case you guys didn't hear me, 4. 4. John, my lover. Hi. I know. I was booted off of TikTok. So you got to find me on Facebook. I do Facebook Lives too now. And I do YouTube, honey. So you could never miss me if you have those things too. I know. The pheromone. I saw those pheromone things. They plug them in. I don't know if they work. Fuck all y'all with your suggestions. I'm going to try the peppermint oil. And then it smells good. I have other oil I use too. But it doesn't help. It's just, no, don't tell me resolve. Nope, not going to happen. No. Oh, you mean he really got stitched up. Oh, so it wasn't just a little blood that, your cat really got him? Shit, that's a vicious cat. Cat pee's different than dogs. Is that okay? No, not in the head, he's not. He's never going to recover in his brain. But his bladder's on the mend, yes. Yeah. You too, Cindy? I know, I gotta go. Pheromone plugins don't work, so don't waste my money. I saw those. But I was like, ooh, do these work? I'm down for anything that's going to help my house. Yeah. Are worthless. Okay, thank you. Multiple people had just said that. So I'm great. So yes, there's a Jihad's like, back off, bitches. I'm number 1. Everybody else is below me. So she's married, but I'm on the list. Oh, Jihad, I love you. And 1 piece on everything. And I'm surprised that the others aren't paying. Yeah, okay, so I'm out. Everyone, you 2 deeds, enjoy yourself. 4 for 10 cats. Not all of them are inside, Sades. Not all of them insides. There's literally 4 cats that are inside. So, you got to remember, a majority of them are outside. I have like 9 or 10. I can't even. It's just beyond crazy. And like I said, they picked up the spraying and the markings. But this was complete urine on my bed. Complete, psh. My nose, I smell everything. Yeah, I can't. I walk in, Dan's like, how do you know? I'm like, because my nostrils are big, remember, I guess? Those curl my sprays and plugins work. Use the Fellway brand. Worked at a vet hospital. People swear by them. Try the plug-in. Spray the area with peppermint. All right. Fell away. Fell away. She swears by him. Michelle worked in a vet hospital. I have too many. Yeah, you do. You have a lot. Zero order works best. Zero cats works best. If you don't want cats, I mean, but I love cats. Like, it's so hard. I don't want all of them. But like, Donnie Cat is inside out cat. He pees outside. I've never seen Donnie piss. Bart's pissed in front of me. Blue Kitty just pissed. I've seen Jojo piss. Creams will piss too. But that's why I told Andrew he's not allowed in. So there's 4 cats that I know that piss. So, for sure, because I've seen them. Shit. 32? Marty, stop it. The plugins, yeah. Those are bad, but no, the orange stuff doesn't work. Everybody's like, oh, this is great. Do this, do that. Fuck all that shit, you know? So I'll try the Fairway. Fairway? I'll look on Amazon. Anything. No, the orange smells great coming out, but it doesn't do a damn thing. Don't shoot the dog, which is a story about the cat peeing on things. Justin, I don't have time to read my own book, let alone another book. When dog has an accident. Yeah, you can smell it. Do you have big nostrils too? People tell me it's a thing. Do you smell better with these things? I don't know. People like to point out, she's a brat. Yeah, I have 4 pissing contests. They are. I think Blue Kitty did this. Dan's like, that's it. That draws the line. Who pissed on the bed? They are out. He was like, that's pissed. That was like, not all over the house. He doesn't care about that. But because they pissed on his bed, he's out. I'm like, are you kidding me? I've been yelling at you to keep these fucking cats out forever. You have biggish nostrils. All right. Do you smell better because of the nose? That's what that's what I'm asking. Do you smell better because people are telling me this on social media. Do you smell everything because your nostrils are so big? I guess, is that it? Tuck repeat on your head one morning. Shit. I just smelled toast a bit ago and I live alone. How are your nostrils though? Are they on the bigger side or are they in small? Dan has like small nostrils, so he can't smell shit. I pour bleach in the sinks. Carla. You too, Mark. Love ya. My dog shat on my bed one time. Yeah, I mean, it happens. I have shatter. It's not a dog. But anyway, we don't need to go into that. All right, I was up for a challenge. Kim, you didn't answer me. Do you have big nostrils? Compared to mine, are they smaller, bigger, same? I have small nostrils and you smell better than anyone in your house. That doesn't mean anything, Serenity. That doesn't mean anything. The lazies. The lazies also typically don't smell. You know who the lazies are? The lazies are the people who pretend like nothing. They can walk by shit and they can walk by a urine puddle and they're like, they just miraculously don't see that. Do you let Mark put it in your nostrils? Well, first of all, you got to know the dynamics in the family before you try to troll like an idiot. You know what I mean? Mark is the brother. He's not my husband. That's weird, number 1. Number 2, the nostril jokes aren't funny anymore. It's just old. So you got to find something new. You just got to find something new. And my husband, Dan, is bigger than my nostrils. So no, he can't even put it in. Your crystals, me too. You got big ones? I don't think you have big nostrils. I don't know. And I have extreme sense of smell. Okay. So maybe it's not a size of a nostril thing. People are giving me a complex. Like I can smell today, whatever. I can smell who dealt it too. I have huge nostrils. I used to smell great until COVID hit me. Oh no, Vanessa. Okay, Bridget. I'll remember that. I look like a bird. Yes, I did that on purpose. I wanted to look like a bird today. Squawk, squawk. If you're tall and have a longer face, then you will have a bigger nostril. Am I tall? Yes, the kids are out of school. The elementary schoolers are out. Hi, Suzanne. How are ya? Yeah. Do I have litter boxes with tops on them? I have 2 of those. And 2 regular ones. Yeah. And the kitties are like ridiculous, Marty. They will like go in one to piss and poop in the other one. I'm like, really? And of course, when they hear me cleaning it, they want to go to the bathroom all the time. I'm like, really? What is going on? Oh, I'm tired, you guys. Kids are coming out in droves. Yes, the elementary schools are out. What did I say? Tweet, tweet. It's talking to me. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! He's talking. I think they thought I was like an eagle or something. Hi, Wolfie. How are you? Oh, it's a fine, Jihad. I love you too. I know, Sandra. They are so adorable. There's more coming. You guys, they are psycho right now. They, if that pigeon comes to me today, I'm done. I'm out. At 9, and there's so many kids in there. I can't handle summer either. I've become that woman. I become that woman. I become that woman that is very highly irritated with little kids, except my family members. And I never, when I was younger and had the little kids, I used to get mad at people like me because I was like, why are they so judgy? I mean, they eventually had a kid that didn't, you know what I mean? And now I'm literally that person. And then you look at the mom or the dad, like, you're going to let your kid do that? You're going to let them act like that? Do you need parenting advice? Because I can help you. So I can't. We do it. In letterboxes, use little pan with that top. Yeah. Do my kids ever think that you're embarrassing them? Say that you're embarrassing them. Arizona, do you think I'm much different off of this live? That's what I'm asking you. I'm asking you, do you think I change after this live? You don't think I talk to my kids and talk about penises and vaginas and ask them how their vaginas are and making sure they're safe and, you know, talking, you think I'm any different than what I am here? And if you do, then, you know, no, my kids are used to me. I've been this way. I've been this way my whole life. So no, my kids are completely used to this. Yeah, no, I'm the same person. What does it have to do with alive? They know me. It's not like I'm putting on an act, where they're like, oh my God. The only thing, like Andrew would be like, where's that Southern accent come from? I'm like, well, because I'm born in Nashville, Tennessee. He's like, yeah, mom uses that weird accent. I do, and I still get confused. The nurse yesterday was from Nashville. He was actually from Franklin, and had the Southern accent. And I thought, oh, this is kind of cool, right? And I started talking to him back. So when people talk to me in Southern accents, it's funny because he's like, oh, you have an accent too. And I said, well, I'm literally from Nashville as well. And so I just pick up on the accents. Even when I talk to my family and they have an accent, I literally talk back in the accent. It's just something that I've always done. And I just find myself with my accent when I'm getting feisty or just, in a mood, it comes out, she comes out even normal. Like sometimes I catch myself and like Jennifer will be like, and then I realize I'm like, what did I do? I'm like, oh, I spoke in my, no, I'm not. And even if my kids did think even if my kids were embarrassed for one fucking second, do you think I would care? I mean, I pay for their lives, right? And I told Jennifer too, I was like, don't talk about it because this helps you live life. This helps you live. So if you have this much of a problem with it, then don't ask me for money, right? Don't ask me for money because if you think I'm settling for, live or, social media, at least I'm making money to help you survive. So she's like, oh, mom, yesterday, she's like, yeah, you might have helped me, join a health club. I might have, which means you did, And I said, how much this might be costing me? And she's $150. I said, well, you can thank social media for that. And she gets really pissed off. About it. But that's the truth. You're going to Rob Thomas in Nashville? That'll be fun. Yeah. So, you might be helping me. That's the thing. No, my kids love me. I mean, kids always, parents are always embarrassing to their kids, right? I mean, they either love us or hate us.
Did you ever end up telling Jennifer the story about the crazy email? Yes, I kind of told her, and she was like, "That's gross." She goes, "That's nice." Yeah, I'm like, technically, dad's not your dad. And she's like, "What?" I said, "Well, somebody has this crazy conspiracy theory that grandpa's your father." She's like, "Okay, okay." Yeah, Vanessa, I could give two shits if I embarrass my kids. But they're used to me. It's not like this is new behavior. You know what I mean? I'm always crazy, and I get crazier when I'm drinking too. They're like, "Oh Lord, who let the cat out of the bag?" But they love it. Jennifer lets loose when she's drinking. She's like Dan. She's a little grumpy on the outside, well, inside too. But and then she starts drinking, and she becomes a whole different person. And she's fun. She doesn't even care. I'm like, "Hey, baby, what's up?" We were in the casino on Mother's Day. "What's going on?" "Yeah. Hey, you're looking sweet tonight." And I do that shit. I just have fun. I'm trying to have fun in life. My life is so daunting and so routine based and so crazy at times, right? That I just want to have fun with life. I want to have fun with life. I have the Dust Bowl. I know, Jihad, we have to go there. I should do that. We should do that one Friday night. Hey, if you want to meet the Salingers, anybody local, we will be at the Dust Bowl. I'll do that one time on Friday. Maybe we'll do that this Friday. I don't know. These are only 8 pounds. I do only accessory work because I have found out, hello from Colorado, I'm not going to focus on the big weights anymore because swimming right now and all the yard work is really making me tight. I also get called, yeah, I get called extra sometimes, but not really. I mean, my daughter Hannah, like, they all had their weirdness, like with me being so forward and so truthful. Like they don't like that I'm, so out. Hannah's like, "You just talk about everything." I'm like, "I do," but that's always been me. And she's like, "Yeah, that's why we didn't tell you things when we were little that we didn't want to go out." I'm like, "Okay, well, don't." I mean, now I know where the line's drawn. So I just try to keep it, pretty, and Andrew can give two shits. So I throw Andrew under the bus all the time because I know he doesn't care. Hannah, not so much. She doesn't really care so much, but certain things I'm not going to talk about. There's certain things I'm not going to talk about with my kids. Jennifer, I keep it simple, right? Because she doesn't want to be associated with social media at all. She doesn't want the attention from it. She doesn't care for it. And I was worried because somebody, I get recognized mostly every time I go out, right? And so, I was just like, please, I didn't want any social media interactions when I was with Jennifer, on Mother's Day when we were at the bar, at the casino. And of course, what happens? "Hey, I follow you. You guys are great," and she was drinking, so she was a little looser, but, I was like thinking to myself, fuck, what is she going to do? And she's like, "Hey, I'm Jennifer," she was fine with it, but she just doesn't want to being brought into the whole, bye, Jaren, love you. Put their kids on the internet for content, use their trauma for views. Michelle, I don't, I mean, you know, that's such a tricky thing. Do people cross the line sometimes? I believe it. People think we cross the line too much all the time, right? And everybody's different in what that line is and what they think is crossing the line. There's a huge debate, who's that one big author, the one big creator who got Maya with the two twins, and she was great, right? She blew up over the internet with her twins during the COVID, and now her, she was doing what she had to do, and she made a living. She supported her family, and her ex baby daddy, I guess, got really mad and made her not show the kids anymore. So everybody's different with their kids. As do people go across the line all the time? But I don't think everybody who shows their kid is crossing the line. Kristen Cavallari, remember Kristen Cavallari? She hasn't showed her kids until now. Now I'm like, okay, well, why is it okay to show the kids now? That stuff is weird. She was so like anti showing her kids, and then all of a sudden, she's showing them. I don't know why. Oh, good. Hi, Mike. I read it. So yeah, that's it. Ew, stop drinking out of the bowl.
Huh?
You're just gonna come on here and yawn?
I guess. What's going on?
I'm just tired. I'm lazy.
Yeah.
Maybe. But they're still young. Like, at what age are they old enough to say that, There is a creepy guy behind me. You guys, this is Dan. I believe he's not.
Now I've been called a creep, a narcissist, any word you can come up with for our date night video, which is my favorite video of the week.
The date night video?
Yeah, with Ashley.
Oh, that one, not mine.
That's my.
Not the one I did?
That was good too.
Oh, you're just
I thought you were saying not my favorite. That's why I gave you the silent.
Oh, yeah.
That you were
So
saying not my
sometimes
video.
sometimes
you do too.
Sometimes
you do too.
Sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you do too.
Conclusions.
Yes.
God. Are you
Yes.
feisty?
Sometimes you do too.
Okay, Ed.
All right.
Being feisty.
Sometimes you do too.
Okay, wipe your mouth. The other side. You have coffee residual.
Yep.
Nice.
I'm a Texas Longhorn because I liked to eat my beef.
Jihad wants to meet. You want to eat your beef?
I like a good nice New York steak.
That was weird. I like to eat my beef. That's what you said. Dan likes to eat his beef, y'all. I don't know if you heard it, but he said it.
I smell poop right now. Over there. All right, never mind. There's a cat litter box right over there.
Do you think I just shipped? Oh, yeah, there's another cat litter box out here for the ones who want to. Dan, I'm picking on him. Oh, yes, I always pick on him. And he does too. You just have to be a little bit more intelligent to see when he's picking on me. He tries to be a little bit more, behind the scenes with his attacks.
We do.
Yeah.
She just does it more blatant. I'm more subtle.
He's more subtle and vicious.
And I'm less mean.
You're vicious.
I'm less mean.
You're vicious.
And less personal.
You're vicious.
And I'm just...
Yeah. So Dan told
vicious.
me he was crying the other day. He had a box of tissues in his lap, and he had, he was just his thumb was ready. He was sucking on his thumb, and he had his blankie with him, his old lammy pie, for comfort. And I came outside and I was like, "What is wrong, Dan? I've never seen you in this way." And he's like, "Dear, I think you're just a bit too mean, and it's starting to get to me." He doesn't speak Southern, but I just have to put my own spice on it. And he was like, I don't know, you crossed the line, and I think it's time for you just to scale back on meanness. And I was like, bruh, you're really taking away my whole platform. If I can't be mean to you, honey, we don't have anything. And he was crying. I mean, he used up the whole box of tissues by the end of the night. And, he went to bed with his blankie and his lammy pie. And I said, I don't know if I can stop what I do because it's the truth, baby. And I'm just putting a little spin of fun and sass on it. And if you don't like it, then maybe you need to leave. Did I say that?
So, not well, just like that, but what she did say, I mean, she's just spewing out of conversation. It was a good conversation.
Oh, look at Donna.
Look
at Donna. Look, do you ever not criticize Dan? You are pitiful. Yes, Donna, I'm pitiful.
So she did say to me, like whatever we were talking, and I don't remember what the specific thing is, but I said something like,
Thanks for joining the Pitiful Show, honey.
In this instance, you're being delulu. That was the word I used, right? Delulu.
No, that's not
delulu.
that.
A little obsessive.
That's not what you're talking
and
about.
I'm saying,
that has
that's
nothing to do with what I
it's
just
not
said.
that I don't support you, but that's it.
Okay, that
and
has
then
nothing.
let me finish.
You just
and
fucking
then
went
she
off
said
task.
to me, and then she
You
said,
went off task.
and then she said, that was really a really disrespectful thing you said. Whatever it was that I said, and I laughed for a minute. I said, "Dear, have you watched your own social media? I mean, I am your stomping board, your laughing stock, your throw rug.
Yes.
I am your muse.
Yes.
You shit on me. You piss on me
I
every
don't
single
piss
day.
Or shit on
and
you.
I'm okay with it.
I am not Amber Heard, buddy.
Well,
I don't go that far, by the way.
No,
I don't go by that far.
We're not poop people. That's
No,
not our
or
thing.
pissing. I
We
mean,
don't like
the
bathroom.
cat piss. That's
we don't
not
like
cool.
bathroom humor.
Thank you, Medicine.
Although the Ed Bassmaster's poop falls out of his thing's pretty funny.
It doesn't matter.
But I was just pointing out,
He's
hey.
pointing out. And I was like,
little
okay,
double
I'll stop.
standard?
No, but what did I say?
But I'm okay with it.
No. What did I say?
I will be your muse.
What did I say?
I'll be your rug.
No, what did I say?
I'll be your shit rag.
Again,
I'll be it.
what did I say?
I don't remember.
I said, if it really bothers you, I will scale it back.
And what did I say?
And then he said, no, it's fine. Just keep doing you.
I gotta be you. If that's your shtick, you can do it to me.
Patricia, girl, did you just hear Dan? He said you can continue doing it because that's your thing. Why are you here and keep coming back with the uglies, the other uglies?
I live in a van down by the river. her. That's what that reminded me of. She reminded me of Chris Farley.
Yeah. Well,
You know
all
what
these,
you'll be
look
doing
at
in
these
10 years?
ninnies.
You'll be living in a van down by the river.
Patricia said she is mental. Dan is right. He just said, honey, that I can keep doing it. So kiss my
Why don't
horse.
you come down with me and spend the night in my van down on the river? That's
Sorry,
what I should have
I
said
had
to
to yell
Ashley.
at Patricia on here because she thinks she's just, yes, Dan's right. You didn't listen, honey. You didn't listen. It
But you were
wasn't
correct. I am right. I appreciate that. What's her name?
Patty.
My fan, Patty.
She actually has commented many times, really, really negative to your wife, but Patty keeps coming back. It's funny how she keeps coming back. Yeah, it's funny. I remember you guys. Don't think I forget you. If I see you, I know
Don't
you.
worry. I am thick-skinned, and I don't mind her venting on me. It actually, our lives, I will tell you, they're fucking therapy. They're fucking couples therapy. We get to sit there and talk. And again, I think last time was
Patty
the first
over
time
here.
we.
Yeah.
Wait.
I was talking to Lily. I mean,
I know.
you have 3 socials here. You can't just talk to one
I'm
fucking
talking to
person.
all of them.
You're focusing on this one. Dan can't.
That's my
Moneymaker's
face.
even on here.
I
He
can't
says, go
see
to
my
bed.
face over there. I tend to gravitate
Dan
towards my
can't
face.
multitask.
In any event, it's like therapy. We're sitting there discussing issues with 1,000 people watching. It makes you be a little more honest, right? There's a bit of, you can't just sit in there and spew BS. It's actually quite healthy. And then it led to a really good conversation that landed us in the bedroom. It was great. So I don't mind,
I rode the donkey.
I don't mind a little bit.
Woo! Giddy up,
And
buddy.
then yesterday,
Giddy
I
up.
was promised
Giddy
a
up.
number 2.
Yeah, but
And I'm fine with it because it was a hard
the day just
it was a hard
went
day.
down.
It's no problem. We can take care of it today.
And then we were going to do it this morning, and then Dan, the dogs kind of ruined it for Dan, so he couldn't get it up anymore.
It's nothing to do with. Good God. All right. Again, go ahead. Say what you want.
He went flaccid, so he's like, we got to do this later. Baxter was on the bed on his back, and he was making sounds.
And Danielle's petting him and doing all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's a fucking turnoff.
And then Coco.
That's it.
And then Coco came on the bed.
Yeah, and she's up there petting him and going, oh, hi.
No, I wasn't. I was like, get off the bed. And
Yeah,
Dan was
get
like,
off the bed,
and then Dan's
Baxter.
like, well, that's gone.
Baxter, will you
It went
please
away.
give us a moment, Baxter? Can
Too
you just
far.
You can come back up in a minute, but just get off the bed now, please. The fucking dog doesn't listen.
Even if you said, you yelled, get off the bed, and it's like wagging its tail.
It doesn't listen to me either.
So we tried,
But we'll make it happen today.
We'll make it happen.
We'll make it happen.
You know why?
All thanks to, lives on social media.
All thanks to Lyrica.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Lyrica.
So I needed it at
Thank
that point.
you,
It's been like
Lyrica.
2 weeks.
Lyrica is amazing.
And I'm an everyday guy. And 2 weeks is
Lexapro.
just a long fucking
Lexapro
time.
and Lyrica together, that is the combo.
Let's do it, baby.
Let's get it
do
on.
Give me a couple pills.
You need some.
Oh, yeah.
Will it be live? No.
I'll be alive. Oh, yeah. That's a different channel.
That's a different channel. Yeah. By the way, Drake has 2 balls but 1 sock.
GetGrossedOut.com.
Did you
That's
hear me?
our channel. What?
By the way, Drake has 2 balls but 1 sock.
So it's like twins. Like they
Yeah, but
share
it's
the,
weird
but
because I
they're
still am thinking
identical
about that.
twins and not fraternal. If they were fraternal, mine are fraternal twins, right? 2 different sacks. But if it's in the same sack, that means that they're identical. Your balls are identical, Drake. You should donate 1 to science
Yeah, so he doesn't have the stitching.
because you
in
don't
between
need
to keep
2
them
in one
separated.
sack. Just maybe some dude can't produce sperm, and you could donate your testicle to him, and then he could have kids. But would they be your kids or his kids?
Well, it depends on whose sack or testicle it came from.
Well, the testicle makes.
No,
So
I
if
just
you
said,
put a new
how
testicle,
would you know what you would have the DNA test?
if you
on
put
yet?
Drake's testicle in Tim,
Yeah.
is Tim going to produce new sperm? Because men produce sperm every day. Women are born with their eggs, right? And they just age. They start to age. That's why that clock's going.
Drake's just
'Cause
like-
those eggs are getting older
Drake's like,
and older
what the
and older.
fuck? Why did you just bust out my balls? Because I'm still on that.
I mean, we're going there. We're going there. You can
So
make
Drake,
a
you
ball,
can say if you
a ball donation,
you
like a
choose to
kidney.
not have kids, just take a testy out
Oh,
and give it to
yeah.
somebody who needs one.
Take them both out. Take them both out. Donate them to somebody who needs them.
Drake, I just thought
Like
Dan
I
needed
had
to
a
know.
I had a vasectomy. Maybe I could use your ball to bypass the vasectomy.
So would that mean like Drake is actually having sex
Then
with
I'd
him?
have 3 balls, 2 that are they're actually there'd be 3 working balls, but with a like
No.
a cut
You
off,
have
like
2
the
balls.
water was turned
You
off.
have 2 balls
The
that
faucet
are like
was
dead.
yeah, but then
So
we could
then
put
if
one
we
ball.
added, why don't you take your balls out and just add Drake's ball in there? But would that be like me and Drake having sex if that happens?
You'd be having sex with Drake's ball.
So Drake, I'm having sex with your ball.
Yeah, but I mean, like if Drake gave me a kidney, you'd be having sex with Drake's kidney. Is that big of a deal? Not really.
No, but the ball's kind of pushing the limits, I think.
That's why we drink Buzzball.
Because of Drake's balls?
No, because we like to talk about balls.
Oh,
We like
and
balls.
I eat the ball gum.
I got big
love-
balls, and I don't deny.
I also think that, I like those big Hubba Bubba balls. Those are the only balls I
Actually,
like to
big
put in my
balls
mouth.
are pretty gross.
Yeah, they're not cute.
I mean, who wants a big, giant, hanging pair of balls?
Well, they hang as you get older.
I know they hang. They
They-
hang
you
down
know,
in the water when
Yeah.
you get older.
When you get older,
They hang
if
in the
you have
water.
big balls now, definitely your balls are going to hit the water when you're like 58. Yeah.
Just magically my age. I mean, I don't know if she does it on purpose or it's they're like fucking Freudian slips, but somehow she manages to take me down without even using my name. Just throws my age out there.
But
It's quite
technically,
amazing.
you're not 58, right?
Your daughter
Oh,
is part of
good,
the UT
Casey.
softball national world champs. That is exciting.
That's awesome.
That is exciting.
Hi, girl, by the way.
Kirsten, my Alzheimer's rep, her
So
daughter
then I can get child
is
support
going to
from
nationals
Drake.
in rodeo.
Yeah.
She's a rodeo
Drake,
champion.
so then you owe me child support. Because obviously Dan has your ball and we're taking a risk to get pregnant.
Actually,
so just
keep your
start paying.
balls, man. I don't
Just-
want to deal with any.
Just start paying now before it accidentally happens. It's fine. Like $1,200 a month would be fine. What's a G-Wagon payment? Whatever the G-Wagon payment is, you can compute that and just start sending it over. Yeah. Hi, David. How are you? What are you looking at me like that for?
I'm just waiting.
Are you bored?
Well, Mark's gonna come pick me up any minute.
Oh, you're leaving again.
There's a caregiver here.
I know. What are you doing?
He's he's got to go to.
Drake's balls for science.
He wants some help. He has a CD coming due, and he wants some help investing.
230 I don't want a $230,000 G-Wagon. I just
I don't.
want one.
I don't want anything
I
over
want one-
2,300.
I want one that's like a car.
Yeah.
You can't buy anything for $2,300.
You can buy.
You can buy a
beater
scooter
for $1,000.
for, like,
bucks.
What
you
the
can buy a beater
hell?
for $1,000. You can drive it.
The legalities.
You buy a car for $1,000. I mean, some people pay
Dan would
that
die at
every
heart.
month, right? Even if it only lasts 3 months and then it dies.
What?
You just got a car for $333 a month. A beater.
Okay, well, let's get you a beater and I'll take my car back.
Get me a beater. I want to drive a beater.
What do you want?
The biggest beater you can find. I'm gonna go really make videos like me driving around in a beater with my bald head, going down and hitting on people like out of the window. Hey, baby.
I think Dan really just likes the attention of women. So
I do.
he's going to go searching for that.
I do. I
Just
love
keep
that
hundreds
idea.
in your pocket. Just have them
That
fan out of
doesn't
your
count.
pocket.
Then I
just
could go
so
to
you
a.
can-
Then I could go to a.
No,
club.
hundreds, not dollar bills.
I don't think they use dollar bills there anymore.
They do. Dollar bills, yo. They do. It is, no. Dan only has fluid. Yeah, no seeds. Caroline's got plenty of beaters. You can take one. They don't run.
Well, I need something that runs.
Yeah, we need it running though, Caroline. Get him a wig. Yes, we can get you full head of hair.
Sowing the seeds of love.
Oh, Marty,
you just
I thought you left.
unclip, and the seeds of love will make it back.
Not always.
You can undo those things.
Yeah, but
I
do you
may
really
I'm
want
not
those?
seedless.
I mean,
I'm just.
they're
There's like a
at 50,
screen that
at
prevents
50,
this.
At 58, they're kind of like they're not running to the. They're not running
you,
to the.
You forget who you're married to.
They're not running. They're like.
At
Halfway
58,
there.
my seeds are going to be. I mean, you can put them up against anybody's seed you want. I wish you could do that. Have like a race,
Drake,
under a
you wanna put your
microscope.
seeds out
There's
there?
Dan's sperm. There's Drake's sperm. There's your Daniel's brother's sperm. Let's see who's really got the fastest sperm, and
Why
then
we
have
gotta-
sperm races. Why don't they do that? You have little dog races, rabbit races.
Well, do you want the same age?
Let's
or
see
do you
who's
want...
got the best
okay,
sperm,
but
right under the microscope.
Shouldn't you match up with
You
the...
could make it, like mine
Can I
are
speak?
blue, someone's are orange, and someone's are red.
Do you want to match them up with the same age? Who's same age sperm?
I'll take on anybody. I'll match my sperm against any. Who won the marathon last year? Some Nigerian guy. I'll match my sperm against his. I shouldn't say
No.
marathon. The sprinter. I should match against a sprinter.
You got to be careful with
I'll
that.
go against the fastest person in the world.
No, Dan's are like at 58. They're kind of bumping.
What
in
are
the
you
walls.
doing? Are you doing an impression of a
your
person,
sperm.
disabled person?
It's your sperm.
Well, first of all, it's
No,
like
they
this.
don't do that. No.
They're swimming.
Yeah, they were doing.
They don't
the fast,
fucking walk
what's
around
the
like
fast,
this. Oh, hello.
Yeah, they are.
Hello.
They're
Can you
not-
open the door? I need to get in. No, they're fucking.
They can't see.
Whoosh,
They can't see. They're old. Their things are
don't
gyrating.
have
and
eyes. They don't
dumping
need
into
eyes.
shit. They're like confused. They're turning around in circles. They're not even like, they're sputtering. You know, it's like a sputter running out of gas. There's.
Again, anybody who wants to, challenge me in a sperm race, I'll do it, and we'll do it live. We'll do it on live.
Calvin said he's going to win that race.
Calvin, I'm telling you right now.
Calvin's over here.
Every single time, bar none, that my things have run free, not captured in some kind of rubber contraption or, killed by some kind of female insecticide that's been put in there or, an IUD. Every time they do their job. They do their job. They make their way in, and then 9 months later, the miracle happens. Every time. I would not bet. I would not bet against my sperm.
Just because you
In fact,
won,
I'm surprised that even with the damn vasectomy, I'm surprised that I haven't.
that stopped them.
I don't think I mean.
Like you have
And
superhuman
imagine
powers.
how rare they've been raring to go for like how long ago? 20 years. In 20 years, imagine having all that pent up energy for 20 years. When they bust through that wall,
They're gonna die.
it's just gonna be.
No, they're
It's gonna be
die.
like a black hole blowing up. It's gonna
They're
be like
gonna-
the Big Bang.
Yeah, they're gonna fucking bang out.
They might even,
They're gonna die. All that energy of being cooped up. Dan, your sperm die in your sacs. They don't just live there waiting to get out. They're dying. They're just every one you create. They're just like, okay, we have the limited time. We can't get to where we're going. So you just have a whole bunch of dead sperm in your balls.
I wonder what does happen to the dead sperm.
Your body absorbs them.
Interesting.
Yeah, I got a nose job and they did
And a lip job.
They did a shit
She
job.
had her nostrils expanded too.
Yeah, I did it on purpose so I can smell better. Yeah.
I think Mark is here.
Okay. Well, you're just leaving. There was a spider over here.
There he is. All right, guys, we'll see you on the live tonight.
There he is. Have fun in your.
We'll be on a live tonight.
Have fun on your. You should change your shoes before you go.
Right on the grass.
Right. I know. He breaks my fucking sprinklers every fucking time. Is there a sprinkler there?
I don't think so.
Yeah. You know how many sprinklers he's broken? Fuck. I'm not joking. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm irritated now. So anyway, you guys, I don't know, Caroline, don't just please, now I have one more thing to do to my list. Sprinklers? Mark, stay off my grass when you drive in here. You know how many sprinklers you busted doing that shit?
I looked to make sure there was no sprinkler there.
Well, then you still drive on my grass? Jesus
I
Christ.
didn't want to hit the car.
Anyway, hi Beach Man, how you doing? And now I'm getting ready to leave. Anyway, I gotta go before the dogs run out. All right, hold on, Mark. Don't do anything. Don't go in because you're gonna let the dogs out. Okay, I gotta go. Anyway, remember, you're important, you're worthy, and you matter, and your feelings are just that, yours. But we just kind of fuck up sometimes. So hold your breath, deep breath, walk away, address later. Love you, bye.